So yes people, welcome back to another video here on the JNM football channel. So if you're new around here, my name is Josh and I'm one half of JNM football, the other half being my brother Nathan. Now we are a footballing company and brand. We post loads of free content all over social media and we have our own mentorship programs, training programs and a bunch of stuff available on our website. Now today I'm just going to be doing a simple Q&A video. I put up a story on Instagram the other day telling you guys to ask us any questions you have about football, gym, training, agents, whatever. So welcome to the video and let's just get straight into it. I was having a read through the questions this morning and I've screenshot my favourites and I'm just going to go through them now. I tried to pick out the best questions, the most interesting questions and the questions that I think more people are interested in, so hopefully you can learn something from this video. So these are in no order of how important they are or whatever, they're just how I screenshot them basically. So my first question was from Omar, I think, and his question was, how can I improve my fitness and not tired early? So I would answer this question in two ways. Basically, the first thing is just to work on fitness is just by working on fitness. So at the end of training sessions, try and do some extra running when your legs are already heavy, try and do some extra sprints, and if you do this consistently, your fitness will improve. Now, the other part of the question was how to not tire early. Now, this can tiring early can be because of many different things. It can be because of diet, hydration, energy levels, obviously fitness levels, stuff like that. So I'll just focus on having a good pre-match meal and eating some extra carbs the day before. Obviously, making sure you're hydrated throughout the day before your match, and that you just had enough sleep throughout the week and especially the night before your game. So all these things are important when it comes to energy levels and being able to last a full 90 minutes. So that was number one. Number two was Rick.8814 and he says, please talk about side hustles. Now this is something we want to talk about more in the future, but me personally, I think it's something really important for footballers who are chasing that pro contract or they're playing semi-pro and they're trying to get into the pro game. I think a side hustle can be something that makes the whole thing easier, the whole journey easy. So obviously at the start, to start a business, to start a side hustle, it's tough and you have to put a lot of hours into it. However, when you've got that side hustle going and you are making money from it, that kind of makes it easier and takes the pressure off you a bit, because obviously if you're playing semi-pro, that might mean you have to have another job, and that job can take hours out of your day. So say you're working 4 hours, 6 hours, I don't know, that's 6 hours less in your day. But if you have a side hustle, you can work when you want, where you want. So I feel this kind of helps with the whole journey. So you can go and you can control your life. You don't have to go to work when they say. You can go and train. Then you can plan out when you're going to work, when you're going to do this, when you're going to do that, and it makes the whole thing easier. Now side hustles, obviously you can make money from basically anything. What I recommend is finding something that you enjoy, that you love, and that you have good knowledge about, and trying to find a way of monetizing that. So for example, football at JNM, if you guys know Sheldon, Tweedy, Brando, they've got their own brands, their merch, grip socks, stuff like that. So you just have to find something that you know a lot about, you enjoy, you love, and something that you might be able to make money from. So yeah, side hustles are a great thing and they can really make the journey easier for you, so you don't have to get a part-time job or a full-time job to support yourself basically. Now, Jackson Jr. 2003 asked, what is your opinion about supplements for gaining weight? For gaining weight, I would kind of stay away from gainers and stuff like that. As a footballer, as an athlete, if you want to bulk, if you want to put on weight, you want to do it the right way and you want to do a clean bulk. So when bodybuilders bulk, there's rather a dirty bulk or a clean bulk. Now a dirty bulk is obviously you're just eating anything and everything. It just matters how many calories you're getting in. But as a footballer, as an athlete, you want to focus on obviously having a healthy diet. So I would have a healthy diet and just make sure you're in a calorie surplus. So that means that you're eating more calories that you're burning. So no matter if you're eating healthy, not healthy, whatever, if you're having more calories than you burn, you're going to put on weight. But as a footballer, you should ideally want to bulk on a clean bulk. So you're eating healthy, you're eating a lot of greens, vegetables, fruits, all that good stuff. And just make sure that you're in a slight calorie surplus, and over time you should put on weight. Now Ryan asks, what would you go back and tell your 16-year-old self nowadays? So I've made a video on this topic already, so I'll leave a little taggy thing here, you can go and check that out. But shortly, I would say just to play football as much as you can. Learn outside of school. So obviously when you're 16, you go to school. Most kids don't like going to school, so they don't learn anything in school. But I would say learn something that you're passionate about outside of school. So that can be, I don't know, fashion, football, fitness, architecture, whatever it is. Study something that you're passionate about outside of school. Read, all that good stuff. And yeah, just play football as much as I can. Take football more seriously. And just believe in myself more, basically. That's what I would say. But if you want the whole video, click on the links and go and watch it. Now, preparation for trials. We get this question a lot. Now, I think preparation for trials isn't just the week before or the month before. Preparation for trials is like 6 months leading up, a year leading up, because you always want to be training, you always want to be improving. Now, if you've left the preparation to the last week, then you're too late, because there's only so much you can do in 1 week. And then obviously going up to the trial, you want to like lay off the hard training and workload, so your body's feeling fresh and ready to go for that trial. Because that's the worst thing you can do, is have a really tough session like the day before, and in your trial you're unable to play your best because you're tired and your legs are feeling fatigued. So about preparation, you just want to be training consistently for a long period of time, going up to the trial. And you want to be obviously high intensity training, team training if you can, individual training if you've got nothing else, the right gym work, the right gym sessions, and just be consistent with it and make sure that you're actually training, you're actually being consistent with it, good intensity, good focus, and yeah, that's it basically. Noah Gray 42 asked my thoughts on Brando. Now, I've also made a video on this, so if you want to watch my whole video on my thoughts on Brando, again, click the link thing and you can go and check that out. But I've only got good, positive things to say about Brando. He's an absolute warrior. He's shown everyone that basically anything's possible if you put your mind to it. If you really want it, then you've got no excuses. Just go all in 100% and chase your dreams. He's obviously gone to Romania, he's played in England, he's played in Israel. I think he's in Poland right now, I'm not sure, so sorry if I got that wrong. But yeah, only good things to say about Brando. He's a legend. And he just proves to anyone who's got a dream, that if you're chasing that dream, the only way you can chase that dream is by going all in, giving it everything you have. And yeah, basically. So yeah, he's an absolute legend. I watch his videos on a consistent basis, but he hasn't uploaded recently, so he's lacking on that. Now, this person asked, is self-doubt normal? Now, self-doubt is 100% normal. Everyone gets self-doubt. I'm going to say, I don't know personally, but Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, Mbappe, all these players have had self-doubt in the past, and they'll probably have it again in the future. It's 100% normal, not just in football, but in everyday life, at work, at school. If you're starting a business, I don't know, anything. Like, it's normal to have self-doubt, and it's just a part of being a human. Like, you always think of the bad things, the negative things, and you just need to change your mindset. Read the Chimp Paradox if you're interested in changing your mindset and your thought system. I think so. So yeah, read that book if you want to learn about how to not control your mind, but have better thoughts in your mind and be just a more positive person, basically. So the Chimp Paradox is a really good book. I've read that. But yeah, self-doubt is normal for everyone. The most successful people in the world have had self-doubt, and they will have it again. You can't block it, but you can, when you get a negative thought, you should realize it and say, no, that's just self-doubt. I don't have to focus on that thought. I want to focus on a more positive thought. But if you read the Chimp Paradox, then you'll learn all about that stuff. Now, ways to recover from being mentally tired. Now, this is a bit of a complicated question, I feel personally. Now, obviously, there's things as burnout when you've been working too hard, training too hard. Me personally, I've trained and worked non-stop for the last 2 years, basically. And because I love everything I do, I love training, I love building JNM, I love creating content for you guys, I love reading, I love learning new things. Obviously, I love going to the gym, training, as I said. So I can do all this stuff a lot, and I don't feel burnout because I love it, I enjoy it, I love every single part of it. So if you're doing something that you don't enjoy so much, I can imagine it's easier to get burnout. But if you are suffering from burnout, or you're just mentally finished, you're really tired, just take a break. 1 week, 2 weeks. You're not going to lose anything. You're not going to lose any big gains in 1-2 weeks of rest. So just have a rest. Go on holiday, chill with friends, and just forget about all your, football issues or work or school or whatever the issue is, and just have fun and relax basically. But me personally, I don't really suffer from burnout, so I might be completely wrong, but that's just my opinion. That's my answer. Thoughts on rest days for younger footballers, he said 13 to 15 years old. Now, I don't care how old you are, you need rest days. If you're a professional athlete at 35, or if you're a Sunday League player at 17, you need rest days. Your body needs rest to grow, to improve, to get stronger, and just to rest. It needs it, because you'll injure yourself, you'll get hurt. So yeah, everyone needs rest. Depending on your workload, how you're training, like your schedule, 1 to 2 days a week. If it's a heavy week, even 3 days. But yeah, rest is just as important as work, because when you're resting, that's when your body's like growing, improving, getting stronger. So yeah, rest is massive. Now, next question is what to do when injured. Now, anyone who knows, who's followed our story, I've had an ACL injury in the past and was out for like 15, 16 months. And an ACL injury is like an injury that stops you doing any activity in any sport, so it's pretty rough. But what to do when injured, just focus on other parts of your life. So obviously, if you've got a bad injury, like for example, let's say an ACL injury, that's basically any form of football and training cut out for your life for the next few months. So try and focus on other things in life, so other things you enjoy, other things you love, other things you have passions for. I don't know, reading, drawing, photography. You can go to the gym and work on upper body if you've got like an ACL injury. So yeah, just focus on other parts of your life and improve on your life and on yourself in other parts basically. So not forget about football. Obviously still try and watch football, enjoy it, analyse stuff, things like that. But try and focus on other things in your life that you can grow and just improve at. That's the answer basically. There's not much you can do when you're injured. Just do the rehab properly, stay patient, and yeah, just do the rehab consistently and you'll be back before you know it. Can you get scouted online, not just physically? Well, I mean, you can, because if you send your highlights video to an agent and he likes it and he takes you to an opportunity, that's kind of being scouted online. So yeah, you can basically. The way to talk to agents or teams online, just find an email, a phone number, send a short email with like all your basic information and saying who you are, where you're from, age, stuff like that, and then link your CV, highlights video. If they don't email back in like 3 to 5 days, follow up that email. Then if they don't email back that, forget and move on. Now I think I've got 2 more questions. Now a question we get a lot is, do you need to be in an academy? So from the ages of like 12 to 18, 16, do you need to be in an academy? Now, well no, you don't need to be in an academy to go pro. However, being in an academy is probably the best place you can be at them ages. But that does not mean you can't go pro just because you weren't in an academy. So yeah, if you're playing Sunday League, I don't know, if you're playing semi-pro, if you're playing for a first team at 16, then that's also a very good position to be in, because you're playing with adults, you're going to have experiences at a very young age that's going to help you grow and improve as a footballer. So yeah, basically my short answer is no, you don't need to be in an academy to go pro. However, it's probably the best place to be in if you are chasing a professional career in football. But yeah, at a young age, if you're interested in going into an academy, they often let players trial with them at a young age, and then who knows what can become of it. So yeah, email clubs, get your dad or mum to email some clubs nearby, see if you can go for a trial, and then you might get picked. If not, try the next academy. But yeah, you don't need to be in an academy to go pro, but it's a good place to be in, and it can help you go pro in the future. Now, I've got 2 more questions. So, is talent enough? 100% no. So you've got all these players, young footballers who have all the talent in the world, but because they didn't have the mindset and the work ethic to match their talent, they didn't make it, or they didn't make it to the level they could have made it with their talent. So is talent enough? No. Do you need talent? 100%. Obviously, if you want to be successful at anything, football, basketball, I don't know, architecture, lawyer, anything, you have to have a talent in that path, in that activity or whatever, in that subject, I don't know. So obviously you have to have talent, but you can improve your talent over time with training, working hard, but talent is not enough. So don't rely on your talent. Make sure you have the right mindset and good work ethic to match your talent. Now, my last question I got was how to stay motivated. Now, me personally, I don't need to be motivated. At the place I am right now and with the mindset I have right now, I don't need to be motivated. I know I need to go and train every day. unless obviously it's a rest day. But if it's a rest day, I know in my mind I need to rest, I need to stretch, I need to sleep, I need to eat well. Again, I don't need to be motivated to go to the gym. I know if I want to be as successful as I want to be in football, then I know gym is going to be a big part of my life. So that's just something I accept, and I don't need any motivation to now drive 20 minutes to go to the gym. Or I don't need any motivation to go down to my pitch to do fitness work or shooting work or just train. I need zero motivation to do that stuff. Again, I don't need any motivation to drink a lot of water, to sleep enough, to sacrifice, to not go to party, to not drink alcohol, to make sure I'm eating well, to have a healthy diet, to learn to cook so I can eat healthy. For all this stuff, I need zero motivation because I love it all, I enjoy it all, and because I want to be as successful in football as possible. I want to reach the top, so I'm willing to do all this stuff and sacrifice and grind and work. And yeah, I don't need any motivation for this. And I think this is a good way to look at it, because if you want to reach a goal, then no matter how you're feeling or no matter how tired you are, you should act on what you want to reach, or on who you are, not on how you're feeling. Don't act based on how you're feeling. Act based on who you are and what goals you want to reach. So what does this mean? Basically, if you're feeling lazy, don't act on that. But you have these big goals of becoming a pro, of improving football, of, I don't know, beating your bench press record in the gym, for whatever, stupid example. But you should act based on these goals and who you want to be and where you want to be. So again, don't act based on how you're feeling. You're feeling lazy, you can't be asked. Act based on your goals and where you want to be in 5 years. That's a good way to look at it. But I feel you need to get to a point where you don't need motivation to do these things. It's just part of your life, and it's just the way it is. It's like waking up, having breakfast, brushing your teeth, brushing your hair, going for a shower. It's the same as having to go and train, go to the gym, stretch. It's just part of your life, and it's something you have to do. Now, they were the questions that I screenshot, and I got through all of them quite quickly, so I'm happy with that. If you have any more questions, you can put them in the comments below. We have the Q&A section in our TikTok bio, so you can ask there and I'll answer with TikTok. You can DM us on Instagram. We might DM you back if we can have enough time, because we get a lot of DMs. I hope I helped you improve your game and just improve yourself as a person. If I did, please drop this video a like. Obviously, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on our future videos, and I will see you guys in the next one.